stories to be worth sharing, specifically inverted comma of the women entrepreneurs. So thank you, madam, for accepting our invitation and joining us today for sharing your story with us. Thanks to all the participants for being on time. And I would like to thank Chandramouli Pathak sir, as when it comes to gender, when it comes to gender training, when it comes to entrepreneurship, I think, sir, you are the legend. And thanks a lot for joining with us. There are lots of professors who have joined, there are lots of women entrepreneurs who have joined today. So thanks to all. And with this note, Ashika ma'am, let's start our today's conversation.
Thank
So
you so much, Kruti.
yes, ma'am. So the first question is why you choose to do a business and not a job. I think this question is there in many of the youngsters. मैं क्या करूँ? Shall I go for a job? Shall I go for a business? So I think
That
with
was
such a rich experience, if you can, tell us that why business, not job. Yes.
that was a long, long introduction of Snapsearch and Ashika, Kruti. Thank you so much. Uh, of course, the journey is always been a learning. So here it is a more of interaction other than the sharing about Snapsearch and all, because
True.
I'm also proud connecting with you, interacting with you, she and we in such a short duration we are here.
True. True.
So that's a pleasure.
True.
About my getting into a business, it's not something as an aspiring businesswoman, but it was basically by chance. So I was into a job. That was my aspirations, being a management graduate in marketing. I was aspiring to become a pharma product manager, and I could get it into that. But
Okay.
of course, the challenges were there that we had to move into sales first and then get it into the product management in the era in 2000. So I could manage that, and I got in a job in Alembic, and then I was serving Zydus into product management. I left job and started business just to give a support to family and be with my husband. So that was totally a priority chosen as in a choice to give importance to family, and that's how I got into the business.
Okay.
So that's something a very different story about me, that I was not in a business aspirant, but definitely started as a training of pharma students who were struggling to get a jobs, and there was a huge unemployment if you talk about going into the colleges, and when they are on the last year of the benches they have their illusions of the market, but the
True.
true picture is basically they like lot many things which they can get into an interview and get shortlisted in a pharma company. So
True.
that's
True.
how Pharmahood started as a training institute, and now we are, as in a Snapsearch, as one of the legendary success across Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Delhi. So that is how I get into a business.
Excellent, excellent. So it was very inspiring. Like if you don't want to be an aspiring women entrepreneur, still situations leads you towards. So sometimes energy attracts, and that may be the reason to be yours into a business. Now, madam, the
Yes.
second question is, everybody is aware nowadays the kind of the cutthroat competition is available, the kind of market which is there, and the kind of environment in which we are doing a business, we are doing the job is something which is very challenging, and slowly and gradually it's becoming more and more challenging nowadays. So I just wanted to ask you how you would like to narrate a journey from, as you said, Ashika's, from Ashika to Pharmahood Consultancy, and now from Pharmahood to Snapsearch. So what's that journey is?
So, as I briefed you, I shifted from Ahmedabad to Surat, and that was basically a choice to give a priority to family. I started something, but being an aspirant woman, I would not like to be as in a housewife. So there was some or the other way thoughts how to get into the corporate back.
Okay.
So that's how I started as a training institute of pharma students, just with an help and an, giving them as an enabling solutions to get into a pharma companies
Hmm.
for their employment, and that's how that clicked. And finally I got in touch with lot of HRs where we started working with them to give to hire their sales professionals basically. So we were mainly into area sales manager, regional sales managers, where we prep up for their interviews, and that was totally accepted by pharma companies all across pan India, and that's how we got into the business of hiring. So from
Excellent.
Pharmahood, we moved to SnapSearch. SnapSearch is right now into 17 different verticals. Pharma was basically introduced because I had worked into pharma categories. So that was named as Pharmahood. But now being a SnapSearch, we are basically into 17 different verticals: manufacturing, energy, oil, chemicals, engineering. And that's how we are spreaded into 17 different verticals as a niche hiring. So whenever there is an challenges assignments, our clients just go for a search, and that too they call snap search.
Oh, great. Excellent. So from a training institute to a strategic HR partners, I think that journey was something which is amazing, which you narrated. Now,
Yeah.
as you have spent so many years as an entrepreneur in the business, so you have already realized that entrepreneurship is nothing but a mindset, right? So
Yes.
when you choose to start a business, how you have prepared your mind, how you what were your psychological processes going on at that point of time? Because I when I have realized, I've experienced, and I've heard from a very profound trainers in the field of entrepreneurship, that before your business cards gets printed, that business starts printing in your mind. So it's all about a mind game. So
Exactly.
what was your this journey
So,
as a
so
mental process?
exact, yeah. So exactly the way you told that before getting printing of the business cards, the business has been on the floor.
True.
So I remember my first client I met from Bangalore after 5 years of serving them into their all crucial assignments. So that was
Okay.
an era where only your works matters. So there was no meeting them face to face. There was no meeting to check the credentials kind of thing. So that's how we started up the business. And that's word of mouth we got from each and every client. But if I talk about the journey, how I started with Pharmahood is basically a era where no Naukri portals were there, no LinkedIn was there. In fact, no landline or mobile phone was there. So I used to go to the PCOs and connect with the candidates. I used to go to the cyber cafe to take up the things. I had drafted my profile in the cyber cafe. I had gone to my relative's place, stayed there to make my business development calls. We used to go to the watchman and check. There was an era 15 years back, there was no specific HR. So there was an
True.
administration who takes care of their hiring.
True.
So that's how we go to the each and every watchman's and check who is the admin person here, and that's how we got into each and every one, and we narrated the work what we do, and that's how we are right now with the 75 to 80 odd clients who has been taken up the things ahead, and I'm blessed to have them on our board since last 5 6 years as in a continuous support from them.
Excellent, excellent. So obviously today, if we see Snap Search as a different level, but it's obviously there are lots of hard work, there are lots of determination, and lots of effort. I think you have kept in so many years of your journey. So that
Yeah.
was something amazing to know. Now, madam, Snap Search is something which is a very prominent brand in the field of human resource hiring and all that. So can you just share more about what exactly Snap Search is doing, and what kind of services you people are providing? That would be something great for the audience to know.
Yeah. See, so SnapSearch is basically a search executive firm where we cater to basically niche hiring, senior leadership hiring. We help our clients in mapping the industry with their own requirements,
Okay.
specifications, be it any of the industry. We are specifically, as I told, we are into 17 different verticals. And that's how we help them in tapping up the leadership from the competition, from the market with the best fittest criteria. So we help them. I myself do the negotiations in terms of their CTC and all. That's how the trust what our clients have on us, and that's where we help getting a best talent on board for them. So if you allow me, I can share
Yes,
presentation of Snap Search here.
yes, madam. Go ahead.
Yeah. Kruti, you have the screenshots of that, right? Or you
Yes,
want
that
me
I
to take
have.
it up?
That I have. Just a second. I'll do it. So you stop presenting screen, ma'am. I'm
Yeah,
presenting.
yeah, I did that.
Hope it's visible now.
Yeah. Is the AV possible?
AV not possible, madam. I tried, but there is an issue coming and getting it.
Just a second. Can I share the screen, Kruti?
Yeah,
Just
you
a
can.
minute.
You
Let
can.
I
I'll stop it. Yeah. Else we will run it at the end of the session.
just try that.
Yeah, you just try.
Is that audible?
No, it's visible. It's not audible.
Yeah.
No, it's not audible.
It's not audible.
No, it's not audible.
Can you see the pictures?
Yeah, picture is possible. Video is running, but it's not audible. Excellent.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
So was that audible?
No, it wasn't audible, as there is always a little issue with this
Okay. No.
audio is always live streaming. When you run the video, then audio is always a question. So that's something which is
Okay.
absolutely fine. We can share this with our audience later on. Now,
Sure.
madam, let's come on to the next question. Obviously, no
Yes.
entrepreneurial journey is easy, right? So I and the entire audience wanted to know how challenging your journey as an entrepreneur. As right now, if we talk about, we have an entire ecosystem, right, from government to institutions, and from that to industries. Everybody is now promoting entrepreneurship. There is a very comfortable environment nowadays for the startups and entrepreneurs. But I think 15 years back, when you have started, environment was not so supportive. So obviously the challenges which you must have faced, that must be something different. So we just wanted to know what are the challenges you have faced as an entrepreneur in your entire journey.
See, being an entrepreneur, as I said, the struggles were there into technical aspects as well. And when you start a business, there are a lot of financial crunches as well. So with that juggling around across the challenges, we had to keep that passion alive, and that's the streaming how you take it up with your resilience.
True.
So if you talk about this 17 years of a journey, being a woman and being an entrepreneur, both
Okay.
has been one of the challenges aspects. As women, we need to understand that it's women's life cycle where disruption, evolution is a constant change.
True.
So we
True.
need to understand from a baby born in a mother father cuddle, going to teenage, again going to get married, and we are getting a surname of husband, either it could be ahead or after that. And then again with the challenges of motherhood, bearing of pain, which is one of the second severe bearable pain of delivering a child as a natural delivery. First is burning alive. So that's something where a disruption is always there. Evaluation is a constant in our life. So the
True.
future was clear that change is there. So to accommodate that change, after all this, still we are not in a mainstream. Still we are
True.
called as a diversity. So
Hmm.
that is something, being our own diversity. When my clients ask, we want diversity here. So do that all efforts to tap diversity. So why? Because we have a ratio to be filled. We have some percentage to be filled as in a female, as in our, organization. So there is a lots and lots where we, being a scouting organization,
True.
as in a search firm, we take a lot of challenges that way as well.
Hmm.
So coming back to being a leader, being a woman entrepreneur, I have built up a team of also women who have their own challenges, who have their own work-life balance, and that is the reason we have maintained that. And that was, AB has also shown that before 15 years, I myself has worked as a buzzword of work-life balance and started a business, and that's how we are cascading in our own team as well. So challenges has always been, getting a woman entrepreneur into a passion and getting into a successful business. I'm talking about profit and loss business. It is not
Hmm.
basically, passion or something, showcasing of the business. But when you are yourself counting your numbers, when you are yourself responsible for your own P&L, debt-free organization, and building a women's team, and accepting their challenge as well, because being a woman entrepreneur, that itself is a biggest challenge.
True. True.
Because the way I had grown up from a girl to a woman to a mother to a wife to a daughter-in-law, I have 17 different females right now working based at Ahmedabad who have gone through this journey. So I have to accept and respect there as well. So there
True.
are the otherwise, it's not that we are compromising on the work, but then this challenges being an entrepreneur, I'm facing it right now to respect everything and then again take up them into a work. So another thing, basically, if we talk about being a women entrepreneur, I'm blessed that I have not faced that many cohesions in industry from my fellow colleagues or from my clients, but there are a couple of ill practices which are there into the
True.
market. But when when it is a negative point for personality like us, because they can't talk about that ill practices, and finally we lose the business. So that is something which is I have grown the business organically this 17 years. It is not that we have drastically built up the business in 3 years, 4 years. So that is what my aspiration always been, that slow and steady, but I'll grow organically. So that is how challenges are there, and that's how we are facing up. But then we are excelling by team one.
Excellent. Many congratulations for growing
Yeah.
it absolutely organically without compromising in any of the value system, and with all those changes of women face in our life, from, as you said, from a born baby to a daughter-in-law, and then slowly and gradually there are more stages comes. So not only mentally but even physical changes also we go through it every stage of life. So still excellent, and that you have very nicely narrated. Now the next question comes, ma'am. Does challenges of women entrepreneurs are different? Your
Okay, so
views?
that's what I was, yeah. So
Yeah.
that is definitely yes. That's what I shared in my last question. That is definitely yes. Being a diversity, we have faced a lot many challenges, because see, God has gifted us with the power packed resilience. Power packed resilience, where He Himself has gifted us with that sense to the shift. What is that evaluation coming up across in our life? Living our own home, getting into, accommodate into husband's family, getting into the culture, accepting them, and getting into your own passion, it's much more than asked for. So, that's only and only blessing from God, because He has gifted us with the multitasking and the resilience factor, and that's
True.
how He has expected us to, respond, react, and repeat, and that's how the resilience come into the picture. So that challenges which we discussed about women entrepreneur, being a woman, taking care of, so it's an obvious, it's a social and economical and ecosystem, when I'm at home, and anybody as a woman being an entrepreneur or a boss of 100 people, when at home they are expected to do the household work first. So it is
Yes.
basically, it's in our tradition, it's in our culture, maybe Indian culture. Basically the expectation is that, so to build up that as well, and to continue with the own profession, which is again counting the numbers and the figures, is not an easy task. So again, the motherhood is responsible for the upbringing of the kids, their attitudes, their virtues. So that also is one of the challenge to accept at that teenage level. So coming up with the challenges as in a business, as in a home, or as an ecosystem, everywhere we are trapped with lot of challenges.
True.
Again, we are trapped with the challenges, but the diversity as in a factor, they have been seen like you are getting into a lot of other household and core work. So that is how you get it, this your business as a secondary, and that's how the concessions has been given to the business. So it is not like that you yourself are driving up. So there are a lot of things it is coming up. But then yes, resilience is something which God has gifted us, so we will definitely make it up.
It was really inspiring, ma'am, that whatever you have discussed right now, and we have heard many times when it comes to business. I think business is not gender biased. So challenges
Yeah.
for a men and a women when it comes to specifically to the domain of the business, it remains same. But yes, the journey of both men and women is absolutely different. So somewhere it affects the way they are dealing and the way they are facing those problems. So it was excellent. Now, madam, I have a very interesting question for you. As you've been to a business for more than 15 years, so almost 15 years is not a less time, right? So you have seen a drastic change, social change, environmental change. You must have been observing since years. So what was situation in those days for women entrepreneurs, and now what the situation for women entrepreneurs? So can you differentiate? Have you found any difference? What are your take on that?
See, basically, a leader of an organization, because when you say woman entrepreneur, they have to be a leader of their own company. So we are from the era where I had come up. That was basically a creator of a business, creator of an idea, taking up the mission and vision, and holding up the team, or could be one man show. Everything was there in that 15 years ahead about. If I talk about the today's era as a leader of an organization, along with a creator, we are a connector. So connector is basically the networking what we have got here as in one of the advantage of this era. I've seen couple of many of the groups where that encourages women as an entrepreneur, which I have never found in that earlier 15 years back. Nobody used to chase us, nobody used to help us, nobody used to give our their expertise, their hands to support. It's all totally by our own what have we have taken up here right now. That's the reason I felt that many of the colleges I visit and give them this success story of SnapSearch is just because to understand them that everything is not been easy. There is always highs and lows in the business. There has been
True.
always celebrations and challenges in the business. So celebrations were always celebrated as an as a team one, and challenges always has been like a person one, like
True.
a leader who has been taking up the things. For an entrepreneur, it is totally a different ball game. So challenges has been always there 15 years back also, and today's challenges are that technically we are very strong, networking is strong, but the competition is that high. To
True.
take
True.
up, to beat that competition also, we need to build up our own niche. That if they are looking for and scouting for a one ABC a person, they should be able to call SnapSearch as a solution. So building up that niche is something which we are right now in a process of taking up from the industry.
Excellent, excellent, ma'am. So still, as you said, we are more empowered with the technical skills, with a good environment as of now. But still, statistics does not, in favor of us even till today. Also, hardly there are 14% of women entrepreneurs. Those who are, of the total entrepreneurs of India, we are just 14%. Now, as a
Yes.
successful women entrepreneurs, how you can motivate, or how what are your suggestions them to come up and be independent and to start something of their own? So what you advise them?
That's an excellent one. Yes. Kruti, I think for this reason, no, our upbringing of our kids.
True, true.
So basically, it should not be a gender biased. We
Hmm.
will have to rewire our brains. We will have to rewire our social mindsets. We have to rewire our basically virtues, cultures, mindsets, heart sets, that female has to give that support. Females should be given that opportunity, confidence to take up the business also at an height, or to take up any of the individual tasks. So
True.
that day I was reading Indra Nooyi's one of the letter where she has written about herself in her childhood. So that was one of the best example where we can put it across. Her mother used to give her an assignment, if you are a president. So that was something, a talk show which both of their sisters talk about, and then her mother will rate their elocution and give them the prize. So that is something which is we need to get our girls into simulation exercise. This is something which will give them a confidence that this is will have a brighten their vision, their capabilities, and we will saw that confidence in them. So basically, to saw the confidence, support their enthusiasm, and ecosystem being across their parents, going forward their in-laws, going forward husband, kids, the whole ecosystem should support them and help to sustain them. So that is something, upbringing of girls should be taken up in that way, so that they have a mindset of taking the things ahead. So if you talk about only entrepreneurs, I will not give you that the only entrepreneurship as an
Everyone.
inculcating. So basically, it is a female standing out, so with their own personality. So it could be a job as well.
True.
It could be a confident character of herself, which there are many of the housewives who would like to go for as an easy task because that is their choice, right? So nothing wrong in that. But proving their own duties smartly, that is also something which we have to give the confidence in the girls from the beginning in their upbringing.
Okay, so I think
Right.
upbringing matters a lot in the entire discussion. So even in where I also go multiple places, and whenever I share, the first thing I always say that I'm a blessed child of my parent, and they have grown me in
Yeah.
such a way that today whatever I can do it. So obviously, parenting role is going to be very crucial in the entire process. So it was fantastic, madam. Now the next question is like.
Yeah,
Now,
please.
this is a general question we are asking to you, not only for women entrepreneur or for an entrepreneur, but what is your advice as an entrepreneur to the potential entrepreneurs? If anything you wanted
So
to advise, then what can be it?
So potential and upcoming entrepreneurs, there would be a set of two qualities. So it is one is something which is their own integral qualities, how what is the requirement of their own self being. So integral qualities are very very essential when you talk about a person where they have to devise something new. So entrepreneurship is not an task which is every system and processes are set. You go onto the chair and take it up the leadership and start up the business. It's not like that. So it's not a ready-made rhythmic lyrics already written and you just have to give the tune to the song and that's the song is built up. So basically the integral qualities which I just gave an example of, women entrepreneurship is basically a resilience. So resilience is something which is one of the integral part of being an entrepreneur. So if you talk about Steve Jobs, if you talk about, people who have been invented biggest invention, they have failed for 50 to 60% of the trials what they have
True,
done.
true, true.
So basically, if the resilience power of coming back to the same system doesn't come back, this is something where you can't dream of your own business going through as a successful, because there are always a chances. There are near about 70% of chances you get a failure in the first time. Second thing is, I would definitely ask people to be very, very authentic what they have been. So there should be no silos. Otherwise, it will be very difficult for personalities to play a dual role. When you talk about from the market, you talk about your internal side, you talk about your own team. So basically, authenticity, resilience, and humility is one of the factor which you will be taking care as not as an up and a startup organization.
As an individual.
It is yes it is a characteristic which will help you go a long way. If you talk about your juniors, if you talk about your own colleagues, if you talk about your seniors, the humility what we have experienced across the industries with our clients is something is in a reciprocation of our
True.
nature and our services what we give to the clients. So that is what I have experienced in my journey. Is the qualities what I am giving you is basically we have an experience, we have a success story from this qualities, and that is the reason there is a conviction on this, and
Oh,
basically a courage which it should be outstanding courage to fight against the odds, that whatever said and done, this is what I have to get into the business on those, I have to get it in the rules. Because otherwise, if you talk about the recession of 2008, if you talk about the pandemic currently which we are going into, there are many consultancies who have shut down their doors. There are companies who have laid off their manpower, but we are blessed the way we are taking up the things ahead, the courage, the inner strength what we have currently has always blessed us to come out into the market, stand out. That's how the 17 years journey has been with this integral qualities. Of course, outside skills are something very, very essential part when you talk about a business. When they have to plan it out, a business, the whole canvas should be ready with a business plan. So that is with the skills which external skills, right? It is a basically an essential part, which is a mandatory is the integral one, and skills which is an external skills are definitely an essential one. So first, there I will say that leave FOMO is basically like fear of missing out. So there has to be a better awareness, there has to be a better choice, and that will lead to a better results. But when you talk about better awareness, you can't keep on gathering the news and the information. Somewhere or the other way, you'll have to make choice and implement on that. So that's what I will suggest, that leave the FOMO, fear of missing out anything. Nobody is perfect in the taking out the companies, taking out the profits, how has been planned up. No one is by 10 on 10 in real life in a business. Somewhere or the other people lack. So basically, to take that to an extent, I will suggest people to be aware on their own business, to be aware, to take up their own right choices, and the results are coming and bound to come. Second thing is, what I will suggest is always to develop your own niche. So when I talk about any business with a person needs to plan. So basically, if I talk about SnapSearch, we have talked a lot about SnapSearch. She and we. So She and we has planned out the action first, had made themselves aware how to take up into the market, and then the plan is executed. So same thing, which I'll come up with the same example because of woman entrepreneur Indra Noe. So she had a technical IT glitch in the system. She herself got into the system, read 10 books of IT in holidays, and then came up with a solution. She is forgetting herself that she is a CEO. She has worked as an gatekeeper, reading IT pages, books. They are calling up the professors and coming out with a solution where their people were hesitant for a change. So that is something which you need to develop your own niche, that a problem is there, I need to connect Ashika. So that niche SnapSearch has currently developed, that this is something, a challenges requirement. The fitment which I need is definitely SnapSearch can take me up, and this is what we need that. So we have developed that niche in our search. That's what I said, that is a leadership hiring, what we have helped our clients. And there we see not only the fitment, we see the how results a candidate has given to the clients. So we have many accolades of a profitable candidates serving to the company from 2 years with a journey of 7 years currently into the company, the people whom we have placed. So that is how the parameter, the prima facie, how we look with the corporates and settle with the clients. So that's how I would advise the budding entrepreneurs what they can have there in their place. So basically, as I said, that it is not a rhythmic song which is ready for you to get played. You have to enable your own process. You have to make your own systems and adhere to that. Third thing is basically framing your own team who reads your own mission and vision. So basically, it is something which is not, as an entrepreneur, you yourself are taking a whole company and the vision. It's basically your whole team is inspiring and breeding the mission and vision. So that's how we build many entrepreneurs in our own entrepreneurship organization. So that is something which you need to take up, that when a company is built, a people is a basic requirement. So to take a people in your one team, that is one of the biggest factor, biggest success what you can do as an entrepreneur, as in one of the startup company. And another thing which I would take it up as, and basically is something which uh, any of the business should adhere to, and any of the business should take it up, is something is be your customer experience.
Okay.
Something which is you have to think like your client. So when it's like, a day's a client is our king is client. It's not like that. It's something which you feel, you honor your client, you honor your requirements. When you can do that is you can go and put your legs foots into your in their shoes and being a client with their requirements. When you experience that client level, there would be a nothing less than your 100% service. So that is something where a new budding entrepreneurs is not basically just the figures and profit and loss. Basically, it's first a service, could be a product or a service sector, both of them. But one, a serving feeling is there. There has to be a, money will follow. Is
True.
basically like, excellence. Go for an excellent, success will follow.
True. True.
Right, so that is something which I can take it up and give this one of the a piece of learning which I've been also learning through this journey. So I always tell my people that don't run your day as in a default day. Run your day as in a warrior. Otherwise, day will run with you and the time will gone. So you need to craft your own day. You need to craft your own mission. You need to craft your vision and then plan it out your business plan.
So, if we conclude the entire conversation, then you need to write your own lyrics of your own song. You need to compose the music, and then you need to play it. So,
Late.
continuously with the feedback of the listeners, you need to modify and remodify, and at the end you will be able to create a niche. Excellent, madam. I
Yes.
think amazingly you address this question in terms of giving advice to the budding entrepreneurs. Now, ma'am, let's come to the Snap Search. As
Yeah.
for a women entrepreneurs, I would say for I think every entrepreneur, but when specifically I talk about a women entrepreneurs, then our business is like our kid, right? So the way
Yes.
we grow our kids, the same way, the same love, compassion, and same feeling we grow our kid as our business, right? And we feel great when we see this kid growing, successfully and taking its path. So you are at a very successful position as a founder of Snap Search, as a one of the leader of Snap Search. Now it comes to the question: after 10 years down the line, where you would like to see Snap Search?
So basically, I shared with you that with this 17 years of the business, I have aspired to grow organically. And that is something which I have cascaded to my team as well. So if we had explored numbers of cities, could be Bangalore, Delhi, Bombay, we have got numbers of things, numerous of ways of getting the business ahead against of my ethics and my values. That's how we have denied the things. So
Okay.
beyond this 10 years, definitely the proliferate of the business would be there. Proliferation of Snap Search, I would like to get into a domestic and international market both. Of course, a team of 100 is something which my mission. Definitely, it will not take 10 years. The next 5 years, we plan to get into people of 100 venturing into different cities. Maybe a search business, or we come out with a new, another HR domain business where we have a trust of our clients, and that's how our clients suggest us the business extension, and that is something which we plan to add our feather in our own business of search. So that I'll be coming up soon on that. So if I talk about, I motivate myself with a team with this all scenario. Of course, we are coming out of the pandemic, but then again the fears is always there into the
True.
market. So that if what is next, so by 2020 is something which domestic leadership hiring is not taking up in that swing, but we are expecting that in 21. So we keep ourselves as a motivated that it's basically every change is hard at first.
True.
Coming into a new business, it's always hard at first. So a change is always hard at first. It's messy in the middle and
True.
gorgeous at the end.
True.
So it's like if it is not hard, it's not a change.
True,
And if it's not a change, it's not a gorgeous end.
True,
so that
true.
is something we keep ourselves motivating across SnapSearch, and I'm blessed to have an excellent team into leadership hiring, and that's how we are going ahead with the journey since 17 years and moving ahead with the 10 years back. Then down the line, we want to grow ourselves into domestic market, also into the international, venturing out different metro cities with the presence of SnapSearch, and catering to different other HR domain business too.
Excellent. So, in short, if we conclude, it's my terms, my condition, and it's my way of doing a
Exactly.
business. So that's something which is which I really like into the entire conversation. So, She&We Women Entrepreneurship Foundation wishes you all the very best. That you grow like anything nationally, internationally, and we wish you all the success for that. And we are sure, whatever conversation has happened, whatever personal terms we have, and whatever I know as a senior, as a successful women entrepreneur, I don't have any doubt you will be doing for sure. So it's going to be a fantastic future for you. So
thank you so much.
Yes. So with this note, I think our question, I'm asking question and answering you is done. Now I'll make it open for audience to question answer to you. So anybody has any question, you can write in a chat box, and madam will answer all the questions. So we are getting lots of messages in the chat box about the feedback of the session. It was excellent, fantastic, so amazing. So Kaushik is from a digital marketing. So just a second, he has a question.
Yeah.
So just a second. So Kaushik is asking a question that I'm Kaushik, a new entrepreneur in the field of digital marketing. Sometimes when I lose some clients, I work so hard with them. At that time, I feel like job is good. So how to cope up with that kind of thought?
Yeah. So Kaushik, no new thing you are experiencing. We have been into this experience. Living Zydus Cadila as a product manager is one of the prestigious job in 2002. Catering to the business, and I will not go into the figures first, but then just serving them. And when you are facing a problem, when you have done your 100% and client is still not satisfied, that is a a level where your resilience will come, where as an entrepreneur you're coming back, you're trying again, will come back. So I can tell you, I can share one of the example of Coca-Cola bottles. There was a day where they could sell only one single bottle of Coca-Cola across India. So can we imagine that? So that is something, unless and until they have not tried it again, they would have never got the success. So I will say keep trying and trying. Be always satisfactory to your own service, and you will definitely get that satisfaction from your clients.
So I think it's a very obvious feeling with all the entrepreneurs, those who have left the job and they have been to entrepreneurship. So this is something which is a very, as you said, बिखरेंगे नहीं तो निखरेंगे कैसे?
Yes, exactly.
और उलझेंगे नहीं तो सुलझेंगे कैसे? I think that's what the attitude we should carry as an entrepreneur. So excellent, Kaushik. We have feedback from Chandramouli Pathak sir. So sir is telling it was a great discussion, excellent views, we are very unique, and congratulations. So
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I think majority of the questions we have answered during our conversation, and all the feedbacks which we are getting, they all are excellent. And as a women entrepreneur, I have learned a lot from you, from entire discussion you have done today. So it was something, a different confidence which I've gained. We have, I think in India, as a women entrepreneur, it's a fear, confidence, everything is there. But there is one more thing which we are lacking, that we need a powerful role models. So I
Yes.
think I felt today, yeah, we have powerful role models, women
Oh,
entrepreneurs.
that is on the both the sides, Shruti.
That's true, but still, I got a different confidence that yes, I will also be able to do it, and there are many
Of
more
course.
who are going to listen this video. Once we are going to post it on our YouTube channel, it's going to be a huge inspiration for all of them. So really, it was a fantastic session. It was a great learning from an amazing senior, amazing women entrepreneur, and it was a lots of stories which we were sharing. It was very common as a women. So that's
Yes.
something which is very inspiring. So once again, thanks a lot, ma'am, for joining with us. I would like to thank all the participants for joining today's webinar, as there are lots of people who have asked me that recording. Yes, we are going to provide our recording on our YouTube channel. So later on, you can see it. Even with all the participants, those who have registered, we are going to share recording on their personal messages as well. So thanks to all the participants. Thanks to Ashika ma'am for this wonderful insight. And I hope it's going to be, inspirational for many budding women entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs in general as well. So thanks a
So
lot.
this was an inspirational incident for me as well. We have not yet resumed the office, so I'm also
Okay.
coming to the office after 3 months, and that too with an inspirational talk for my own